Good morning, all my Jackednnerdy fans. It is Thursday, the 5th of May, which means it is Doctor Strange Day. Last night, I managed to get to an early screening of this movie and didn't get home till about midnight last night. So now I am here nice and early, jumping on to give you my non-spoiler review. Before I begin that review, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. The more subscribers we have, the better that lets YouTube know to promote our videos and spread the word. And people who otherwise may not be aware of our channel will hopefully see it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and also any comments or questions or feedback is always appreciated, so make sure you whack that down in the comments box as well. Okay, so with that out of the way, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This was directed by Sam Raimi, one of the original kings of horror. He was responsible for giving us Ash and the Evil Dead franchise. He's also been involved with many TV programs over the years and other movies. He gave us the Sam Raimi Spider-Man series, but this was his stab at Doctor Strange. If you haven't seen my out of the cinema reaction, that's okay. I'll do a little bit of a recap right now. Oh my god, this movie does not stop. From start to finish, it is go, go, go. Okay, so right from the outset, you're in the thick of it. There's no slow build up, no nothing, because we've already done the background story. We've done the origin story of Doctor Strange. There's no need for that kind of long start. They just jump straight into the action. I will say, if you haven't watched on Disney Plus the WandaVision series, it was just a short, I think 10 episode run of 30-minute episodes. If you haven't seen that, it's not going to ruin the movie for you, but it does give you a little bit of a preamble in a sense. So I mean, if you're a completionist, or you like to have not be asking too many questions during the movie, it's definitely a good idea to watch WandaVision before you see this. But like I said, it's not essential. So going into this movie, I was really, really excited going into this movie. This is the first Marvel movie that I've seen in the cinema since Endgame, and it's also the first Marvel movie that I've had kind of a very deep-seated interest in seeing. Who was it? Eternals and Shang-Chi. I was intrigued with, but I had no vested interest in these characters or in their stories or what have you. So I was more than happy to wait to see them. Whereas this movie, I had to see on the big screen, and I had to see it when it came out. I had a vested interest in the characters, in the story, before I even knew what the story was. Because of the character work and everything, I had a big vested interest. So I don't know if you're in the same boat. Let me know in the comments below if you're in the same boat as me. But like I said, so this is the first Marvel movie that I've really been excited for since Endgame, and Sam Raimi blew it out of the park. He did not disappoint. Where should we start? Like I said, so right from the opening scene, it's just non-stop action all the way through. There are no lulls. There's no periods where it kind of really lets you stop and catch your breath. Like, you almost feel exhausted by the end of it just because it's so go, 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 go. Which I really liked. I liked the pace of it and everything. The scripting and dialogue is fantastic. There are little bits of humor here and there. There's also, like, everything has its place in a sense. So the scripting was absolutely fantastic. Casting, I mean, come on, it's Marvel. When you've got the likes of Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but the cameos in this movie are fantastic and mind-blowing. Some of you may know already who's in it, some of you may not. That's why I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just going to say, wow, the cameos, and the casting of those cameos is fantastic. Although I will say I was probably expecting more cameos than what we got. Definitely. I was definitely expecting more cameos than what we got. However, the ones that we got were fantastic. And you know what? Look, I suppose it's one of those things you got to be careful, because if they did more cameos than what they did, people might be complaining about there was too many cameos. So, look, I put my faith in Marvel. They've never let me down before. So, in Kevin Feige we trust, our Lord and Savior, Kevin Feige, as I like to say. So I put my complete faith in him. They obviously did it this way for a reason, and it worked. That's the thing. Yeah, it did. It's not like it didn't work. What they did worked, and it worked well. So thumbs up to the casting, thumbs up to the cameos. Cannot fault it. The visuals, I mean, come on. Again, it's Marvel, it's Doctor Strange. If you've seen the first one, the visuals in the first one were mind-blowing. This is no different. The visuals in this are incredible. Words don't do it justice. It's one of those things that you have to see yourself. So yeah, I mean, probably the biggest thing that got me with this whole movie is kind of going back to the scripting is the story. The story itself it works on so many levels. Sorry about the camera flare there. The story itself it hooks you deeply. And it's definitely it's heartwarming in some ways. It's heartbreaking. It's. I really don't want to give anything away, but all I can say is the story was perfect with this. And the scripting going along with it, coupled with the acting. I will say it's probably not my favorite Marvel movie out of the MCU. It wouldn't take top spot, but it would rank very high up there. It would definitely be in my maybe my top 8. Top 5, I don't know. I'd need to sit down and run through all the different movies again off the top of my head. I'd say definitely top 8, without a doubt. Without a doubt, top 8. Now, I am going to put a warning out there, okay? It's not a spoiler because I'm not going to give away specific details, but I am going to put a disclaimer out there and a warning. As I mentioned before, and as I mentioned in my Out of the Cinema reaction, this is a Sam Raimi movie. Sam Raimi is notorious for his horror movies, and without a doubt, this is a horror movie. Just like Ant-Man was a heist movie, and all that, this is a horror movie. It is graphic. It is violent. There is blood. There is body horror. So, do not take young children to this movie. and I hate saying that, because, it's a comic book movie, it's Disney, but this is very much a horror movie and not designed for little kids. Teenagers, yeah, sure, no worries, because they can kind of rationale and all that kind of stuff, but young children, do not take your young children to this movie. It is a horror movie and they will, get scared. They will get scared. So I'm just putting that out there. Non-spoiler, I'm not going to give anything away, but in true Sam Raimi fashion, this is a horror movie. Okay? But thoroughly enjoyable. I absolutely loved it. I give this movie at least a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, because it works on so many levels. It's enjoyable. So there you go. So that is my very quick non-spoiler review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Go out and see it for yourself. Definitely. I encourage everyone, go out and see this movie. It is a wild ride and you will enjoy it. And, I don't want to say any more. So go out, see it for yourself, make your own mind up. And look, and let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments section. Let me know what you think of this movie, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you have opposing views to what I said, let me know. If you agree with what I said, let me know. I want to know what you guys think of this movie, because I've obviously given my opinions. Also, again, any suggestions or recommendations on other things you'd like to see me do a review of, whack them down in the comments box as well. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. And look, keep an eye out, guys. We've got heaps more videos coming. We're not going to stop. We're having way too much fun with this channel. We're not going to stop posting videos. So, give us some suggestions if there's something specific that you want to see, or if you just want to give us words of encouragement, please, by all means. We read all the comments. We reply to all the comments. So look, that is it for today. That's my review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.